people all morning. The Fox 61 Morning News starts now.
Right now at 6, a weather watch alert for a windswept rain bringing downpours and gusty winds to the state later on. We'll have the details next.
And police in Waterbury searching for whoever is responsible for shooting 3 people inside of a convenience store.
And rail strike concerns have reached Capitol Hill, so much so that President Biden wants Congress to act. We'll tell you what lawmakers on both sides of the aisle are saying about that.
Good morning. First at 6 for you, we begin with a weather watch alert. Thanks so much for being with us here at Fox 61 America Areas.
And I'm Tim Lammers. Yes, we are expecting heavy rain and gusty winds at times today. So let's get right over to meteorologist Rachel Piscatelli to time everything out. Good morning.
Hey, good morning. So it's going to be quiet this morning, so kind of deceiving when you're stepping out the door. Mostly cloudy skies will be out there, and temperatures are in the 40s and 30s for much of the state. But we do have this wind advisory posted from about 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. for isolated outages, which gust upwards of 40 to 50 miles per hour during the heart of this, which I think the gustiest winds will be between about 3 and 6 p.m. or so. So right in line with that evening commute. In addition to that, very heavy rain and downpours will move into the state by noontime. And we're looking at anywhere from a half an inch to an inch of rain, leading to a very messy evening commute. A lot of that rain could put down some reduced visibility, also some ponding expected out on the roadways. Satellite and radar, though, is quiet. You can see that storm system really close by off to the west of us. 41 right now in New Haven. It's in the upper 40s already in Bridgeport, 32 though in Torrington. So quite the temperatures just spread depending on where you are across the state. So walking you through this hour by hour forecast, the morning commute is just fine, but noticing by 12 o'clock that rain is approaching widespread across the state. 2 p.m. it's pouring for just about everybody. 3, 4 o'clock we're continuing to see those on and off downpours. Also very steady rain when it's not downpouring out there. We'll gradually start to see improvements from western Connecticut first and then eastern Connecticut following suit. I think this is all done by about 8 o'clock or so. And left in its place, though, will still be breezy conditions for your Thursday. Cloudy right now. It's 33 to about 48 degrees, depending on where you are in the state. Heavy rain is expected for the ride home. Temperatures today will be very mild into the mid to upper 50s. Some folks may touch 60 degrees a little bit later on. We'll detail out where we go from here, plus walk you through that hour by hour forecast a little bit more in detail coming up in just a bit. It is 6:02. Lauren, one thing we've been talking about all morning, and every time I see you, I remember to say this: make sure you secure some of your Christmas decorations today,
yes,
too.
I'm confident. I don't think my reindeer are going to go anywhere because I staked them in the ground. My garland, on the other hand, we'll see. Yeah. That's being held together by a prayer at this point. So we'll check in tomorrow and see how that goes. Good morning to you, Rach. Good morning, everyone. We do have one incident that we are following over in the West Haven area on the northbound side of I-95. We now know that this is a tractor trailer fire. The right-hand lanes and the center lanes are closed. Traffic is getting by in the left-hand lane. This is right between exits 41 and 42. We don't have a view of the crash. We do have a view afterwards. We do see heavier volume out on the roads over there. We are working to get more information on when this is going to be clear. But as of right now, all we know is that it is a tractor trailer fire. Over near Rentschler Field on I-84 eastbound, we are seeing some of a little bit of a backup just due to some construction. 91, 84, Route 2, all moving smoothly as of right now. Taking a live look out in the capital city. Good morning to you. Things are looking good right here in Hartford. And then down over in Waterbury, things are moving smoothly as well. Just some light to moderate volume as you're approaching and heading out of the Mix Master. We'll check back in coming up in the next half hour. For now, Tim and Erica, good morning to you.
Lauren, thank you. It is 6:04 on this Wednesday morning, and 3 men are recovering after Waterbury police said all of them were shot at a convenience store. Fox 61's Brooke Griffin is live in Waterbury. Police, Brooke, still looking for the shooter at this point.
Well, that they are. They haven't given us any sort of suspect description at this point, but they did say that the shooting happened here at Otto's convenience store and smoke shop around 4:30 yesterday afternoon. Waterbury police tell us that they are originally called to a shots fired call near West Main and Gilbert Street here for shots fired. They say that that's when they arrived. They found 3 men who had all been shot at least once. The 3 victims were taken to the hospital to be treated, but police have not given us an update on their conditions or the extent of their injuries. Investigators are still looking for the person who shot the 3 men at the store. The scene around Otto's convenience store stayed active until about midnight as police looked for evidence. They haven't released any sort of suspect information or any descriptions or information at this time. They have not given us much to give out to you guys, but they are asking for your help. If you saw or heard anything in this area in Waterbury last night, they want you to go ahead and call their police department, or if you would rather place an anonymous tip to the Crime Stoppers line, you can call 203-755-1234. Live in Waterbury, Brooke Griffin, Fox 61 News.
Brooke, thanks so much. We appreciate that update there, and we will check back. Meantime, the reward for information on the whereabouts of Christopher Francisquini has increased. That reward now stands at $25,000. Now, that's for information leading to his arrest and conviction. Francisquini is accused of killing his 11-month-old daughter. Now, the FBI has also released some new photos of him, so take a look here. The photos show his tattoos. Investigators say Francisquini has ties to New York, Waterbury, and New Haven. New Haven was the last place that he was seen on Quinnipiac Avenue. Police say you should consider him armed and dangerous, and if you see him or know where he might be, you're urged to just call 911 immediately.
We got breaking news now in Washington, D.C., where Congress is getting ready to take the first steps to try to prevent a looming freight rail workers strike, one that could happen next week.
Yeah, Fox 61's Angelo Bavaro was following this very closely. He's live in the Breaking News Center right now with what this means for all of us. Angelo, good morning.
Erica, Tim, good morning. More than 100,000 union workers could walk off the job during arguably the busiest time of the year. And that's a move that would bring 30% of the nation's freight movements to a halt and upset an already fragile supply chain just before the holidays. Not what consumers want to hear when they're already paying more for everyday goods. Lawmakers in the U.S. House will meet today to consider a bill that would impose a tentative deal that was reached back in September. That deal includes a 24% pay raise, bonuses, and improved health care benefits. Earlier this month, though, 4 unions did express concern with the lack of paid sick leave. 4 of those 12 unions voted this down and have threatened to strike if that agreement cannot be reached. Now, President Biden did meet with congressional leaders at the White House to discuss this. Take a listen.
Weighing the equities, we must avoid a strike. Jobs will be lost, even union jobs will be lost.
I think it will pass, but it's unfortunate that this is how we're running our economy today.
Again, those unions have threatened to strike if a final agreement cannot be reached before December 9th of next week. This story still very much developing at this point. And economists predict a strike could cost the U.S. economy up to $2 billion a day. Erica, Tim, back to you.
Okay, Angela, thank you.
And to find all of our breaking news stories, you can download the free Fox 61 News app. Scan that QR code right there. It will take you right to the app.
Well, the trial of a New Britain man accused of shooting and killing his girlfriend is expected to start today. Back in 2019, Benjamin Morales was arrested on a murder charge in the death of Alice Figueroa. He's been held on a $5 million bond since then, and since then has also been found guilty of illegal firearm possession. Today's court session, though, is going to look into what his involvement was, if any, in the killing.
A federal investigation has found several, quote, life-threatening hazards at a Veterans Affairs hospital here in Connecticut after a deadly steam explosion in 2020 that killed 2 employees. Now, according to this newest report, the West Haven VA failed to implement the recommended health and safety improvements or training program. A pair of whistleblowers and special counsel Henry Kerner have expressed directly to President Biden and the U.S. Office of Special Counsel that nearly 2 years after the deaths, the issues have not been addressed. Kerner wrote in a letter to the president saying, I too am distressed by the continued failure to ensure the facility is safe for employees and veterans, and it is unacceptable that life-threatening safety hazards remain in place. Now, several lawmakers are calling for the Inspector General to look into the hospital.